Hey everybody, welcome back. So as you can see, I've already put ribbon on half of it. My ribbon tails, I cut 14 inches. Now I used all 1.5 ribbon. I have found out over the years that using a 2.5 and a 1.5 takes up too much space for my personal taste. You can do it to your personal taste if you want to do a 2.5, 1.5, or do, two 2.5. That will be up to you. So let's finish adding our ribbon. The one thing that I'm going to do when I'm adding my ribbon is I want to make sure that my ribbon tails rotate. So let me show you what I mean by that. As I twist them in, one of the ways to get your ribbon to lay right is to go down to the tie and make sure your ribbon's straight. See how it's standing up? And I'm going to make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to crisscross it out. And then you kind of want to take your fingers and kind of make it roll a little bit. That's what gives it the lifelike look and makes it lay so well. Now, it's kind of hard to get the ribbon to alternate, so that's the other reason that I chose to use all the same kind of ribbon. And it'll take approximately 20 feet of each ribbon. Now, here's what I mean by rotate. See how this tail is, the striped tail's down this way? So I want to make sure this time that a candy comes down. Now, the reason I want to do that is because I chose a striped ribbon and I don't want it to look overwhelmingly striped. One of the other things that prevents your ribbon from laying well is if you don't tie it tight enough in the tie so that it has a good pinch. So when I tie my ribbon in, I hold it down on the tie and then I tie it securely. And once again, I come up from the bottom of the tie and roll my ribbon up. And you'll start to see what I'm talking about here in a little bit as I put more ribbon on, why I feel like the 1.5 takes up enough space. It just really fills it out because the ties on the rail forms are closer together. They're not quite as far apart as they are on your standard wreath form. As I go along and I'm adding my ribbon also, I'm making sure that my ruffles are down because I don't want my ribbon, I always want my ribbon to lay properly and I don't want it to be a problem later on. See how this ruffle, I might just go ahead and tuck it in because I don't want it to stick up later on. I don't want it to fight my ribbon and push against my ribbon later on. So I'll just go ahead and tie it into the tie to keep it laying flat. Now the reason I'm crisscrossing my ribbon is because it fills out the form better. The other thing that I'm doing as I go is I'm alternating my top ribbon and my bottom ribbon. For me, I can definitely tell the difference when you rotate them. Because I can tell which one's on top and which one's on bottom. To me, the one that's on top stands out a little bit more. So that's why I'm rotating my top and bottom ribbon. Now, if you did one for fall, you could think about adding pumpkins and all kinds of fun stuff. And the good thing is, because there's rails on this, they're just so much easier to attach and stay in place than your standard garland form. And we're going to add our last piece. Now see how the 1.5 ribbon, to me, it just fills it out nicely, especially because we have so much more that we're going to add as far as bows and goodies and things like that. So there's no point in overwhelming it with a lot of ribbon. Right off the bat, this is just our foundation and our base. When we come back, we're going to make chateau bows to go on this.